Salutations, loves. I just wanted to give an example reading of what I would do for a deep dive. So we're going to dive deep into the soul mirror. Now on my present presence 5-minute readings, we just kind of look at where we are in the soul realm, in the soul mirror. And then in the soul styling, that is a bit more 10 minutes. Sometimes I do those collectively, but you can also get a soul styling 10 minutes for $10 on my website. And that takes the where and looks a little bit more at how to apply that where to the things that are beyond, and both the where and the soul realms apply it to the physical reality. So this one is a deep dive. And again, it's the $25 for 30 minutes. And the reason why this is so important is because we're not just looking at the wheres and the hows and the whys. We're looking at who. In a deep dive, we look at who, we look at you. Okay, so we're going to follow the chakras and extend into the Travel chakras, and then look out into the horizontal and vertical perspectives as well. So we're starting off at the crown, which in the Travel energies, we assign light, the energy of light, crown of light, and the aspect of love. So in that position, as a collective right now, we are at 10 of Swords. The 10 of Swords, again, this is a beautiful Grail tarot that I'm using. It's all about the sacred journey of discovering yourself. And this 10 of Swords is, he's gathered up all the swords from his fallen comrades. They've been in a war. All his comrades have died, and he's gathering up their swords to remember them. And it's this heavy weightiness, heaviness of the mind. So there's heavy thoughts in the mind, especially as we look out at the world and we see how things are really struggling, because this is up the right way, which means outwardly. So outwardly, there are things that weigh on our minds, and also the weigh on our authority. So there's a heaviness in your authority, the crown you're wearing or the hat that you're wearing, whatever responsibility you have right now is very heavy. Now we're going to move on to the third eye chakra, which is your vision. It is the energy of electricity, because your brain functions on electricity, and the positive aspect of joy. So the things that we look at affect our joy engine and how we apply that. So your perspective will affect whether you have a positive, joyful outlook on life or a negative lack of joy in your outlook. So right now, this again is up the right way. This is the Shekinah card. This is the Shekinah glory, a very feminine figure in the Grail story, but it relates to the Justice card. So this heavy weight of responsibility that we are bearing, we are able to see justice needs to be done. Either places where justice should be done, or we're seeing that's the vision. Now, how you see that will depend on where you are. Again, the Trevelyan perspective is not about telling you what's going on in your life. It's about showing you the energies so that you are empowered to make your own decisions, and you get to choose. It is your energy. It is your magic. These cards are not magic. They're just tools. They're just picture cards that talk about symbolism and parable and allegory. And that is the language of your soul. It's the language of your dreams. Very little is exactly what it seems to be. It's all about symbolism. So when you see with your third eye, and your perception is focused on the justice that is needed in this world, let's look further. And the next one is our throat chakra. This is what we're speaking about. It's the energy of air with the aspect of peace or lack thereof. Again, you get to choose. You get to decide how you apply this energy. You can apply peace to it, or you can apply a lack of peace to it. But this is the speaking place. What are we speaking into our life? What is it that we are talking about? This is up the right way as well. And this is about rescue is coming. And this is a very true thing. On a global scale, we're seeing a lot of prophetic people coming through saying rescue's coming, rescue's coming. The elections are coming up. People are talking about the elections, and everybody likes to think that the elections is an opportunity for a new way of doing things, or doesn't matter who you vote for. It's the idea of a new election, because we want to have happen in our world what we want to have happen. So we have to put the right people in authority, whichever way you do that. Now in this card, this is the 8 of Lances. It's all about this. The Grail Seeker has come out of the deep wilderness and he's wounded. This is the Hierophant, who represents destiny, coming quickly to rescue. So we are talking about destiny is quickly coming to rescue us. So there's some heavy things weighing on our mind. We see a need for justice, and we're talking about a need for a destiny rescue. And now this is all happening in the spirit realms. Okay, so your head, your light, electricity, and air are all associated with the spiritual realms and spiritual reality. It's very fluid like air. It goes wherever it goes. Now we're going to move down into the soul realms. And the soul realms, all that is about is both within your own soul and in the collective soul of your family or your group that you gather with, or your state, or your nation, or your country, and the soul reality of the world. This can also associate the soul reality of the environment that you're in. And the soul realms are basically operated on a 3 computer operating system. So within you have your mind brain, again, associated with the spirit realm, your heart brain associated with the soul realms, and then your gut brain, which is associated with more physical reality. So your mind brain focuses on your intellect and your problem solving. Your heart brain focuses on your intuition and your feelings and your emotions. And this is your compass, okay? So your heart brain is all about your compass of where you want to go, which is why sometimes when people are thinking and acting and they're completely bypassing their heart, they work and work and work and work and get to a point, and then you get to a point and they're finally like, how the fuck did I end up here? This is not where I wanted to be. This is what is happening here, because you're bypassing the compass, and that's your intuition. So you have to engage that intuition so that we know we're going to solve all the problems and take all the actions, but we have to know where we're going. So that's the soul realms. And then we move into the physical reality, which is more about your instincts. That's both your inbuilt instincts, but also the patterns and the habits that you create, and you develop new character. So your intellect, mind brain, your intuition, heart brain, and your instinct, gut brain, that also talks about patterns and behavior and your choices, how you make your choices. So mind brain right now and the spirit realms, all that's talking about is there is a heavy responsibility that we are feeling right now. This authority is sitting heavily upon us because we can see a great need for justice. And we're speaking about how destiny needs to come and rescue us, because there are some things going on in this world that are just bigger than one person can handle. It's bigger than just physical reality. It's bigger than soul reality. It's bigger than your physical and your soul and spirit reality. This is the end of the world turning. This is what we're talking about, and we need to have a rescue because things have to change. Okay? So now as we move into the soul room, the first thing we come to is our heart, the heart chakra. And I apologize if you don't like the way I say chakra. I'm not Indian and I have a tendency to soften it. So I apologize if that offends you. We're going to move on. Your heart space is the energy of fire and the aspect of patience. Now, either with patience or a lack of patience. Again, you get to decide. So in this heart space, we have, this is within, it's in reverse. So this is within. Again, outwardly, in upright is outward, upside down is within. We don't assign negatives or positive to tools. You get to decide if you're going to assign the negative or positive. Okay? So within, we have the Master of Swords. So in our heart and in this place of passion and fire, we have cut out some things. Master of Swords is all about cutting out what no longer serves. So in your heart space, you have cut some things out. That's probably going to hurt a little bit. Let's be realistic. Things that get cut out of your heart, there's some pain there. So let's move on to our solar plexus, which is all about, it has the energy of water and the aspect of kindness, or a lack of kindness. Your solar plexus is all about your being space, your id, who you are, in the core of who you are. And in the core of who we are all humankind. That's why kindness is there. But also remember that with water comes in 3 different forms. You've got steaming gas, liquid water, and frozen ice. And again, you get to decide if you're going to be steaming along or if you're going to flow like water in all the different ways, rivers and raindrops and storms, or if you're going to freeze over in cold hardness. Okay? So in this being space, this is also within. So this is within, and within we have the Six of Lances. Now the Six of Lances in this one, this is the Grail King and the Seeker, and the Grail King is wounded and injured, can't do anything, and I'm not sure if you can see right above is the lance. So this is the lance hanging above him, and the Grail Seeker is praying for the Grail King in this picture. What this is talking about is there is a woundedness and there is a problem, and we're trying to figure out what the problem is. And the answer is right here. The very thing that wounded the Grail King is the very thing that will heal him. The very woundedness in your core essence, in the core essence of who you are, the thing, your triggers, your traumas, those things that hurt you the most, look to those things, because when you look to heal and look at those wounds, there you're going to find the place to heal. It's like Chiron was the great healer. He healed himself by wounding himself to figure out how to heal himself. And then in wounding himself and figuring out how to heal himself, he became a great healer. And many of us, especially those of us who are coming into an awareness of who we are on a destiny scale, that we're not just human beings, we're not just a physical reality, we are eternal souls living within eternity. The places that we have been hurt the most are the places that we need to look, and we need to be in our pain so we can learn to heal that pain. We need to stop running away, stop ignoring, stop distracting yourself from the places that you hurt the most. You have to attend to those places, because when you attend to the places where you hurt the most, that is where you will heal yourself. Okay? Now, yes, let's move on. So next is our womb space, or if you're not feminine, this is your sacral region, which is often associated with the sexuality. This is our creative space. It's where we create new life. And so in this creative space, we want to look at what is it that we are creating in this moment. Right now, this is up the right way. So we are creating in this moment. This is the Eight of Swords. You're stuck in a battle. This is a place of being stuck in unpleasant situations that you can't get out of. However, you can, because these situations that you're stuck in you're only stuck in those spaces because you haven't yet found the way out. But the way out is right there. Now, in traditional tarot, this is the card that you often see the blindfolded person standing behind a whole bunch of swords, but then like there's this line of swords that just ends. And so you realize this blind person thinks they're behind a jail, but all they need to do is take a couple steps this way and step out. In this card, you're coming across a war and everyone around you is fighting. You get to choose. You don't have to go to the fight. You don't have to join in the fight. These might be people that you love. They might be people you want to rescue, but you don't actually have to, like, this is a losing battle. This battle is losing. You can rush in to be with your loved ones and fight this losing battle and die with them, or you can not and instead make a different choice and find a different way of doing things. And I think that's what the call is right now, is we can continue doing things the way that it's always been done. The odds are never in humanity's favor. It doesn't matter how you believe it or what you believe, whatever it is that humanity is fighting against on an eternal scale, it's bigger than we can deal with. We can't do it. We can't, like, it's the Cthulhu mythos, where the monster is so big that there is no way that humanity, we just can't. So we need to change the way we address it, because we can't win this fight. This is a fight that we can't win. So when you're fighting against narcissists, fighting against the way of the world, you're not going to win. So you need to find a different way. And the different way, because this is swords, it's about changing your perspective. Swords is about the air and your thoughts. Remember, this is 10 of swords. You are crowned with the 10 of swords. So you have a weightiness. You need to take the weight off. Choose a different path. Choose a different way. Maybe don't fight. But again, you get to decide how you interpret this. I'm just telling you what the energy is saying. And the energy is saying it's too big a fight. You can't win. You can't win this fight. So now it's up to you. And again, this is the energy is fauna in this area, which is animal energy. And the aspect of that is goodness or a lack of goodness. So in a fight that's too big that we can't win again, there is such a lack, there is a void of goodness. Therefore, with your animal energies and with your animal instincts, go find something good to eat. Take a nap if you need it. Make out with someone that you love and that you trust. Have a good drink, glass of whatever it is that you like to drink. Find your goodness. Stop fighting a fight you cannot win and go find something that you love, that is good for you. Whatever that is in your life, go find your goodness. Now the next one, so that's the soul realms. Now we're going to move down into the physical reality. And this is with the root chakra. And in the Trevelyan perspective, that is flora, go figure, the energy of flora, root chakra, and then the aspect of faithfulness. So what is it, where is it in our lives that we are being faithful or that we need to be faithful? Okay? And this is within. So it's in reverse, so it's within. Where we need to be faithful is in the divine resurrection of our feminine energies. This is the Lady of Vessels, and it's a picture of Mary resurrected into her full angelic post-human experience. We need to be faithful to our human experience that goes beyond physical reality. Okay? So this is within us. We need to choose. Stop fight, because this is outwardly. Stop fighting the outward physical fight. Find what is good for you, and be faithful to your eternal journey. Okay? It doesn't matter that the fight on planet Earth is too big for us, because we are eternal beings. This present experience on planet Earth is temporary. We need to be faithful to resurrecting and lifting up our divine feminine energies. Now, if you're masculine, that's fine. Everyone has feminine and masculine and neutral energies. So what this is talking about is your nurturing spaces. So again, go find something that is good for you. Stop fighting and go focus on something that is good for you. Take a fucking nap. Have a shower. Take a bubble bath. Nurture yourself with the water, the vessels of light, water vessels. Have a drink. Eat some good food. And if you do have someone that you trust and have a good relationship with and you can connect with equally in consent, have some good sex. Go focus on the goodness of life and be faithful to the resurrection of your soul. Forget about the big fight on earth. We can't win it. Focus on within. All right? Now, the next thing is the knee chakra. Knee chakra. In the Trevelyan perspective, we extend from the traditional 7 down into 9. And the knee chakra, this is the place of bending. It is the energy of earth, like knee to earth, where you bend your knee to earth. And it is the aspect of gentleness. So it is this place of humility or humiliation. The difference being when you choose to humble yourself with gentleness, that is you stepping into humility. When somebody else humbles you in harshness, that is you being humiliated. Don't do that. Don't let someone humiliate you. And I'm not saying be proud and arrogant. Use gentleness. Humble yourself. Walk away from the things that you can't win and be faithful to yourself. So in this space of gentleness, this is within, okay? So this is within. We have the preceptor of swords. And in this one, this is like the knight or the champion of swords. So this is the call to action for things that you know how to do. So this is like your journeyman energy. Brother of Swords or Page of Swords is apprentice energy. You're learning something new. Journeyman energy is something that you have learned that you're practicing. You've learned the lesson, but now you just need to practice it to get better at it. So we need the call to action in this place of humility. We need to humble ourselves and practice being humble in these moments. And our call to action is to go within and not worry about trying to prove yourselves. Okay? You don't have to defend yourself. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to describe yourself to anyone. That doesn't mean, well, you can choose to be rude and arrogant about it. I don't have to explain anything. You can choose that route if you want. But this card is recommending that within, you go within to those things that you know how to do. Those places that what you know works for you. Everyone is different, my love. And this is very important. Everyone is different. And in a world where everyone is different, we're not trying to all be the same. We're not trying to all think the same way. We're not trying to all vote the same way. We're not trying to all get the same kind of outcome. We have to pursue the path that is true and right and honest and good for us. And we need to humbly do the things that we know work for us. And then we're going to step out. This is the last one, is the ankle chakra. It's our stepping out. It's the energy of metal with the character, with the aspect of manifestation with self-discipline, and you manifesting through self-discipline. So it's your character. Metal maketh the man. So this is how you step out into the world and how you respond, how you present yourself, how you be who you are in the physical reality. And the way of doing that, this is up the right way. This is the 7 of Lances, and this is the surrender to the woundedness. So where this was the 6 of Lances, he was trying to heal the king. He tried to heal the king by taking on the wound himself. So he has taken on the wound himself. He's taken on the responsibility. He's taken on that heavy responsibility, crowned himself with a heavy responsibility, and is stepping out into that responsibility to practice the manifestation and the self-discipline of being your authentic self. So as we just look at this soul mirror right now, we have a heavy responsibility. We see a need for justice. We're speaking and calling for rescue on a destiny eternal scale. In our hearts, we're cutting off the things that no longer serve us, and we are honoring the places where we are wounded. When we look to those places where we are wounded, where we have wounded ourselves, that is how we will find our healing. That is where we will see the healing. And then we're creating a new opportunity to do something different, to walk away from this fight that we can't win. We're going to be faithful to rising up our feminine energies and nurturing ourselves. And we're going to humbly take action to honor what we know is best for us, and then step out into our authenticity. You need to be you, who you are, how you are, regardless of what anybody else is. Be honorable and noble and true to yourself. And that, my dear beloveds, is going to be how you approach your own mirror. And when you then mirror that to the world, the rest of the world will begin to mirror that back to you. And so you being authentic in yourself is how you encourage others to be authentic in themselves. And the more everyone is authentic, the more those who are doing evil are going to expose their authentic evilness. The more who are wounded are going to expose their woundedness and realize, I need help. And the more who have healed themselves are going to say, hey, I've done this. I know how to help you. Let's all be more authentic, okay? Now, in this moment, these last few minutes, we're going to look at the gifts, because in these moments, we have gifts from Father Cosmos, from the divine masculine energies, and gifts from Mother Earth, or the divine feminine energies, and they come around and they just hold us in this moment. So the divine masculine energies that are coming down for us are in reverse, okay? It's in reverse. So it is the Master of Lances. This is the master who has been tried and true, and he's successful. He's lifted up. He knows how to do things. It's like that entrepreneur, or the one that everybody goes to for any problems. So here's your divine masculine energy within you, your own divine masculine energy. That is a place where you go to if you have any concerns, because this is this heavy weight of authority that and you see a need for justice, and you're calling in, we need a rescue. And in those spirit realms, that rescue is going to come from that divine masculine energy, the Prince Charming, the king who's going to come in. I've got the answers. I have everything you need. I have all the wealth that you need. I have all the provision. Come to me, all who are weary, and I will give you rest. That's what the Papa Bear is saying. Now the Mama Bear is coming up on the other hand, and this is outwardly. Outwardly, we have the Magdalene. And now in this deck, this is the second card. This is the High Priestess card. So outwardly, in physical reality, upon the earth, we have a great need for the divine feminine to rise up. And again, this is the divine feminine in everyone. Some people have more feminine than others. But whoever you are and however much feminine you have, you need to be faithful to raising that feminine up, because we need this feminine energy to come in as the High Priestess. And as the High Priestess, she reminds us all that everyone is sacred. Everyone is sacred. We all need to claim the sacredness and become one in unum with eternal love. Eternity operates on eternal love. All the entire multiverses operate on a base of eternal love. Humanity on Earth is having such a struggle because the life cycle has been flipped, and planet Earth has been run on a base of fear and death. So we need to flip that to return to a place of love. Now, in the spaces where this Papa Bear provider energy is coming through, is going to come to us through a channel and of listening to people who know the way. So this is the 10 of Vessels. This is ultimate completion, I've accomplished. So find the people who've already done what you're trying to do and listen to them. Where the Mama Bear energy is going to come to us, this need to connect with eternity and eternal love and bring eternal love back, is the 9 of Stones. This is independence. We're being given everything we need. This is the Hermit is giving us everything we need to go on our new journey. So Mama is saying you have everything you need to connect with eternity. Raise up your feminine, be your authentic self, and step out into the world to be the authentic self. Because Papa Bear energies is all, I've got all the provision for you. Everything's already provided. Everything is laid out. It's all there. So be your authentic self and receive those gifts. Be who you are. And my loves, if you don't know who you are, it's okay. We have eternity. Be faithful to yourself to figure that out. And you don't have to figure it out immediately. You can take the time. Be okay with not knowing. Be okay with being overwhelmed. It's too big for you. That's okay. So focus on the things that you know. The journeyman, focus on the things that you know how to do, and look for the good things that you love. And there you will find your authenticity. In the places that you are hurting, there you will find your healing. I love you. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.